Jones's Jukebox on Indie 103.1. Hey, we have a phone call. Hold on a sec.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, I'm calling for Steve Jones. It's Robert from The Cure.
How are you, mate?
Alright, thank you. How are you?
Not bad. Where are you calling from, London?
I'm calling from home, just outside Brighton.
Is that where you live, Brighton?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Do you ever go for walks on the beach?
I do. I've just come back from a walk on the beach, actually, just in between the two games today.
What do you do with, what do you do for, pebbles?
How do you mean?
I mean, do you, they still have pebbles there at Brighton, right?
Sadly, it's all pebbles here, no sand.
Do you think there's sand underneath the pebbles?
When the tide goes out, there's sand. I think that the rumour has it that they put the pebbles down on purpose to stop the beach moving, but I'm not sure if that's true.
Yeah. Well, my friends live out in Malibu, and I'm always out here. And sometimes these huge boulders, they just get moved around by the tide. It's insane. It's bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a different type of beach there.
A little bit. No candy floss. So what's going on? You got an album coming out, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, sometime next week. It's different release dates around the world, but yeah, next week.
You excited about it?
Yeah, it's been 4 years since the last one, so we're playing our first show on tomorrow, in fact, down in Italy. So it sort of all kicks off tomorrow. Is this the
tour with all the other bands?
Yeah, well, we're starting off doing European festivals, and then that starts the Curiosa Festival thing with all the lineup starts when we get to America, which I think is July the 20-something. We start down in Florida, and then we're sort of travelling up and down across for 6 weeks. We end up on the West Coast, and about the last day in August, I think, is the last show.
Yeah, and who's on that bill?
There's us and Interpol and The Rapture and Mogwai are on the A stage, and the B stage is a mixture of, it kind of changes. It's Muse, Thursday, Cursive, Cooper Temple Crawls, Alftamar, Head Automatica, and we're in the process of adding a couple of other ones. So it sort of it rotates a bit more, the B stage, because some of the bands are doing they're kind of doing other things. They're dropping off and doing other festivals and other shows. So so we've kind of figured it'd be easy, just as long as we keep the A stage the same, then the other bands can kind of just add colour.
Who picked the bands? Did you pick them, or was it just a choice of the promoters?
No, I picked them because I figured if I mean, there was some resistance to some of the choices, but I wanted like a mixture of bands, but I wanted bands that I liked, because I always put myself in the position of being like a Cure fan, and I figured if we're going to sacrifice our on-stage time for other bands, then it should be bands that I think our fans would enjoy. So,
yeah.
Also, I mean, it's kind of like, I like the idea of it being. I mean, I've seen most of them actually play in the last year, and we've played with 5 of them. And I just am really taken with how they are on stage. They're all pretty different. I mean, Muse and Mogwai. And
I like Interpol.
Yeah, they were great. We played with them actually out in California just at the end of last year. Them and The Rapture were on a bill with us, and they're just really kind of passionate when they're on stage and really intense. And I felt it also kind of it helps to lift us as well, because I thought doing another 6-week tour of America on our own, it might we might just think, here we go again. Whereas if we're on a sort of a rolling festival bill, then every night sort of like you're thinking we've got to be the best, so it kind of G's everyone up a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think that they get labelled Joy Division-ish?
Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, I didn't really see it myself.
No, I don't.
When they're on stage, I felt they're I mean, having being old enough to have seen Joy Division, it didn't remind me of them at all, actually. If anything, I thought, just like looks-wise and the way they kind of are on stage, I thought they reminded me of Wire, actually, although they don't musically, but I think they've got a great look. But I just like the energy they've got on stage, and The Rapture the same. They were both really kind of came on stage and sort of like they were on fire. So it's it'll be good. It'll make us all better.
Yeah, yeah. What? So you're a football nut?
Well, of sorts. I'm a QPR fan. Have been since 60. So it's
fantastic.
Yeah.
I used to go down. My school was down Blomfontein Road.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, we used to park. My dad and my brother used to take me. We used to park on South Africa Road and go in that stand.
Yeah, exactly. I went in my school was Christopher Wren, and I used to go to QPR a lot. I mean, I'm a Chelsea fan, but I used to go to Chelsea. I used to go to Chelsea, Queen's Park Rangers, and Fulham. I was more into the look of going there as opposed to watching the game. You know.
Yeah.
I was more interested in what new Ben Shermans were out than. You know.
I would never set foot in Fulham's ground, just on principle.
And I still got a few mates who go down QPR.
Yeah, I've got. It's weirdly enough, quite a few of my nephews have got are Ars fans, and they've all got season tickets, so they drag me along there every now and again to endure a game. They've done really well this season. They've gone up this season.
Yeah,
so it's pretty tough.
Brilliant. So you've been watching the Euro?
Yeah, I've managed to see every game so far. I've been videoing them and watching them at 4 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah,
it's a bit. England are a bit poor at the moment, but
they don't look good, do they?
no, it's always the way. It's weird though. Just like on the back of one win, it's like everyone thinks they're going to win it again. It's
Yeah,
like on
exactly.
the back of the, being beaten by the French, everyone thinks they're going to be knocked out. And now, like today, it's like yeah, we're going to win it. So,
They look a bit tasty, Croatia.
yeah, I think that everyone here should be a little bit worried actually, because they look like they were going to beat the French.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Sweden actually. Sweden are about to play about half an hour's time playing Italy. And I think they've looked the best team so far.
You're going to watch that game?
I'm going to watch it live. I'm going to tape it and watch it a bit later on.
Is Larson playing with them still?
Yeah, he got 2 goals actually. It's
Yeah.
incredible because he retired from international football last year, and he got like about 150,000 signature petition from the people of Sweden asking him to come back, and he did, and he scored 2 goals.
That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you? I don't know if you've been too busy, but did you go and see the New York Dolls?
No. They are doing a festival though. When in Manchester, we're playing that in about 3 weeks' time. The Move Festival.
And you're doing that as well?
Yeah, so I might get to see them. But I think we're playing on the. I think we're playing the Friday, and they're playing on the Saturday. Or we're playing on Saturday, they're playing on Sunday or something. But we're in Manchester anyway.
You a fan of the Dolls?
I was never a big fan actually. Simon in the band was much more of a New York Dolls fan than I ever was. But it'd be interesting to see him. I saw the when the Pixies reforming. We're playing. They're actually on the bill tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing them because we missed them when we came out. We played a show last month in America and they were on the bill, but we got there too late. So.
Who did you like growing up then? Who did you used to go?
What, in the
and see?
early 70s?
Yeah.
Thing? I was a Bowie fan actually more than
Yeah.
anyone else. I think Ziggy Stardust was the first album I ever bought.
Yeah, I still play that. Do you know that I'm a DJ on a radio station now?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That's what I've been. That's what obviously why I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I still play that to death on the radio. All like early Bowie.
Yeah. Yeah, I do as well, and I have a couple of drinks and it's late at night. It's good actually introducing that to a younger generation because it still holds up a lot of that early 70s stuff. T-Rex I sort of liked, but I never really could get into him because my younger sister really liked Mark Bolan and it wasn't really very cool to kind of like what your younger sister liked. So, but I secretly kind of liked what T-Rex was doing. But no, I was never really into the New York glam side of things. I don't know, I was never really into Iggy either, so it's like it all kind of passed me by a bit. But
do you still
Alex Harvey I used to like. He's a Sensation Alex Harvey band. He was my hero when I was
Faith Healer. And Zal Clementson, I like the way he used to look.
Yeah, he's clown look.
Yeah.
Fabulous guitarist.
Yeah.
Such a great sound.
With his SG.
Yeah.
I like that song, Faith Healer.
Yeah, we covered that. Actually, we did a festival last year, and we've never done an Alex Harvey song, and I convinced the others to learn Faith Healer, and we did it one night in Germany.
How did it go down?
It was rubbish, but it was great fun to sing it though. I was like, it's been something I've wanted to do the whole time I've been on stage, is just sing an Alex Harvey song.
Funny. Was you in Susie and the Banshees for 10 minutes?
Yeah, I took over. The Cure supported the Banshees in 78 on a UK tour, and that's when 2 of them upped and left, and I took over on guitar and stage for about a month, and then I was in them from 82 through 83 for about 18 months. I played with them on and off. I did an album and a live album and a film with them.
Right.
I was never really accepted into the old. I always felt like a bit of a stopgap guitarist.
Yeah, yeah. Was that fun for you, or was it like a bit of a nightmare?
It was alright actually looking back. I mean, it almost killed me doing both, because I was still playing with The Cure as well, and I used to come off one tour and go on another, and I did get a bit kind of delirious at one stage, but it helped because it meant that I could still play sort of like heavier sort of music with the Banshees, and it allowed me to be a bit more pop with The Cure, and I think so in the long run it did kind of help, because it meant that I wasn't taking The Cure or what we were doing quite as seriously as I was up to that point. And I think it was a good thing for me mentally just to like turn The Cure back into a bit more of a pop group. And then when I used to play with the Banshees, I used to put on my black clothes and, you know, put my head down and get a bit more serious. But I mean, eventually I always sort of knew that it wasn't a long-term thing, because I always felt I mean, the thing I missed most actually was the singing, because obviously like Sue was the singer, and I used to get a bit, as the months went by, I used to get more and more frustrated, because I used to think, well, I could, you know,
Yeah.
I'm missing this.
Yeah. Do you like the attention of being the front guy?
I don't know, I think it's more, I've never felt like the kind of guitarist that I can sort of, I don't know what it is really. Like that, I feel like I get more pleasure out of singing than I do out of playing guitar.
Yeah, well that makes sense.
It's just that really. Even though I grew up playing guitar, and I'd never sung in front of anyone until I was like 16. And because we had such shit singers when we started, like every time we did a show, we had a different singer, and they were just rubbish. And so in the end, it just fell to me to sing, and I hated it at first, but it's something I gradually really got into it, and now I would much prefer to sing than play guitar.
Did you used to look in the mirror when you was in your bedroom?
Never.
You never?
The mirror I had in my bedroom was about 6 inches square, so it wouldn't have been very much help.
Yeah.
That's probably why I don't move at all on stage, isn't it?
So you didn't do any moves like with a broomstick doing the Bowie?
No, because the only guitarist I ever really... Well, I mean, there were a few, like Zell Clemson, actually, but I never felt like I wanted to be like them. I just really admired what they did.
Yeah.
Because Hendrix was actually my out-and-out guitar hero, but I never ever learned any of these sort of like his riffs or solos or anything. So
too complicated?
Well, yeah, it's a bit weird actually, because I just learned very basic kind of chord shapes.
Yeah.
And I would kind of strum along with songs rather than actually learning the guitar parts. And eventually, I just sort of, you know, I mean, it did help, because it meant that I sort of developed a style that it suited me, rather than, and unfortunately, with a lot of guitarists, when they start out and you copy something, it's really hard to ever shake that.
Yeah.
You always find you fall back on that, and
yeah.
It's difficult not sounding like someone that you've copied. But
yeah.
I suppose deep down, I wish I'd probably paid a bit more attention to. It's much harder to learn stuff when you're older.
Yeah, I know, like the computer.
Yeah.
What's your favourite Cure song? Do you have one?
Oh, I don't know.
Love Song's my favourite.
I think up till this new record, I think the title track of the last album we did, Blood Flowers, was probably the song I was proudest of. But I really like the opening song of the new record. Actually, it's called Lost, and I think that's at the moment that's my favourite, because it's the most recent song. It kind of sums up how I feel more than anything we've done before. I think that's the thing when people always say like, "Oh, the latest thing we've done is the best," because you kind of have to say it really. But I always feel when we do something that it's the closest thing to how I feel at this moment. So I always feel sort of like proud of it than anything we've done. But in a couple of years' time, I'll probably look back and pick something else.
Yeah. Cool, man. It's great.
What's your favourite Sex Pistols song?
It's either Bodies or No Feelings.
No Feelings, I'd say.
I like that. It's kind of like a stock pop song to me. Was you a Pistol fan?
Yeah.
You don't have to say yeah, but...
No, of course I was. The first punk single we ever got our hands on was Anarchy in the UK. Actually, Lowell, our drummer, remember one Saturday in a record shop, he'd ordered it. It's like in 70, when was it? Late 76 or something.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
What was your first impression when you heard it?
I mean, for everyone of that age, I mean, I was turning 17 in summer of 76.
Yeah.
And, it was the perfect time. I was just about to leave school, and it was great, because I just walked straight into, like, punk. It was great time. I mean, it just felt like it was happening just for us. You know, I think it's like the same for everyone that lived out of London or in the sticks around the country. It's just like really, it's just such a good thing because like I was so fed up with all the dross that you know.
Right.
The record, it was really good. The biggest thing of all was our local record shop in a period of about 3 months through the summer of '76 and into the autumn of '76 changed from being full of like bearded people through to like people with pink hair, and it was really cool.
And bin liners, yeah.
Yeah.
So have you always lived in Brighton?
No, I grew up in Crawley.
Crawley?
Near Gatwick Airport.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was born actually up north, but I've grew up in Sussex and I've stayed here the whole time. Although I've lived out of the country from time to time, I always end up coming back here.
You like it in Brighton?
I like being around, all my family still live in the same area, so I feel comfortable. You know, I sort of feel like I'll miss all of them. I've got 25 nephews and nieces now. I worry that I'll miss them all growing up. So.
Wow. It's gotten more populated, isn't it, Brighton?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mini London.
Yeah.
But it'll pass. It has got very, very trendy in the last sort of 3 or 4 years. But
was you around when they shot Quadrophenia?
No.
When was that made?
God, that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Was that before? I can't even remember.
Yeah, it must be 70s. Yeah.
I've been to Brighton a few times. I used to get drunk in London and nick a car and drive down there at night. And I got nicked one night. I nicked an Alfa Romeo, and I think I was with Glenn Matlock. And I was drunk. They put me in the jail overnight because I was drunk, but they didn't know I nicked the car. They thought the car was mine. So I left it outside and got it and drove it back to London in the morning.
I hope you left it in the same street you nicked it from.
Oh, of course. Very respectful like that.
Yeah, with £5 on a suit for the petrol.
Do you have any nicknames? I know this is it sounds like I'm an interviewer from Bravo or something. Do people call you Bob? That's my question.
They don't actually in the band. Sooty's one of my nicknames.
Sooty?
Yeah, because I don't say very much.
Funny. Funny stuff. Well, listen, mate, it's been blinding talking to you.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope I'll run into you when we're out there at the like I say, at the end of August.
Yeah, you should.
We're there for about a week, so
you should come on the show when you get here.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's a right laugh. I've had a lot of people on here.
Yeah.
And had Tracy Ullman on here last week. She was funny. All right, mate.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that. It's good.
Good luck. Good luck to your tour and all the rest of it. And I wish you much more success.
Right. Thanks, Steve.
See you later, mate.
See you later. Bye.
You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on Indie 103.1, and that was Robert Smith from The Cure. And we have to go straight into commercials, but we're going to come back afterwards with a song from their new album. So there you go. That was fun, wasn't it, Mr. Shovel?
Yeah, excellent.
He was cool. I like that. All right. Thanks for listening. Jukebox on Indie 103.1, and let's play a new Cure song off their new album, and it's that time as well where it's bye-byes, and England beat Croatia 4-2. We've got Portugal on Thursday in the next round, which I would rather have got Greece, and we would have done that if France would have drew against Sweden, but Switzerland or whoever they played. Yeah, Switzerland. But that's not to be. Portugal's a good team, so that's going to be a tough one. But you know what? We're through to another round. I'm happy. The only trouble is I didn't get to see it. So I'm going to leave you with a song called Before Free. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.